And I am live for a bit of a different kind of watch along this time because it is the Champions League final between PSG and Arsenal. And the thing was, this was very much a late call. I decided today to do this watch along because I knew I was going to watch the Champions League final. I knew I was going to be on my own anyway. So I was like, why not do a watch along on my F1 channel? Because, hey, it's still sports. It's still at the highest level. Let's be fair, and it's an interesting matchup. I think Arsenal and PSG. We had this last season, by the way, and we're having it again this season. Last season was in the semi-final. PSG won both legs. This time it is the final over in Budapest. Both of these are champions in their country. So we have the English champion against the French champion. And I personally think that PSG is the heavy favorites, which kind of makes me root for Arsenal in this one, also because PSG knocked us out. I am a Liverpool fan. Um, we have not had a great season. Well, actually, we got the news today that Arne Slot was sacked, which was needed. Um, I do feel a little bit bad for the guy, but it was needed. He made some stupid comments, I feel, in some of the interviews where I'm like, okay, dude, don't say those things. So Armstrong is going to be gone. We have had a bad season and we move on. But yeah, one part that was definitely bad in the season was being knocked out by PSG in the quarterfinal, 4-0 on aggregate. So there's a part of me who's like, you know what? Arsenal, can you just kick them out? Can you beat them, please? There's a part of me that wants that, but another part is like, if PSG won the whole thing, then we can say that we have lost to the team that won the whole thing. But I'm a little bit of 2 months about that. Look, let's also be fair. We just haven't had a good season, period. And last season, we also were kicked out of the Champions League by PSG. So there's that. Anyway, it is 5:45, so it is definitely past 3 o'clock. Cheers, everyone. Let's have a good final. I hope it's a good final. I hope it's not boring. But then again, considering it's Arsenal, it might be. It might very well be. Actually, I haven't even looked at lineups just yet. So let's look at the lineups for these two teams. All right. So for PSG, we have Stefanov in goal, of course. Then we have Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, and Dewey and Kvaratskhelia. Pretty much your usual suspects. Then for Arsenal, we have Raya and goal, Nkapie, Gabriel Saliba, Mosquera, Luis Kelly, Rice, Odegaard, and Trossard, Havertz, and Saka. No Gyökeres. Interesting call, considering Gyökeres is their top scorer, but he is on the bench. So in regards to some of the benches, like these benches are also pretty stacked because on this PSG side, we still have Barcola, uh, Hernandez, who else? Zaire Emery. We have some names, and of course Lee Kang. So names on the PSG bench, but also for Arsenal, we still have Calafiori, Dalman, who's been pretty surprising as the youngster, as the teenager. Eze, of course, Gabriel Jesus, Gyökeres. All names you can put on. Oh, and Zubimendi, actually. I just noticed that Zubimendi is also down there. So both of these teams have a lot of options in the second half to put in as substitutes. So these starting lineups definitely don't have to be final at all. At least in terms of like how, like the fact that they are going to play all match. There will definitely be substitutions throughout the match, but it should be interesting. I have no idea who to go for, really. My head says PSG is the favorite by quite a margin. So I do think realistically that PSG should win. But there's a part of me that really wants Arsenal to win it. Arsenal has never won the Champions League. This is only their second ever final, and I think they're due one, considering that Arsenal is a huge team in England. They are the team with the third most titles in England, behind Manchester United and us, because the two of us have 20, they have 14 now. So you would expect Arsenal to have more European. Heck, Tottenham Hotspur has more European trophies than Arsenal, so you would expect Arsenal to at least get one at some point. Um, so yeah, there's a part of me that actually wants Arsenal to get this Champions League over the line, but I do think that it's going to be PSG. We'll see, but it should be an interesting one. Anyway, if you are here, usually I do Formula One content. This is a one-off, of course, but if you're interested in Formula One, I'm a McLaren fan. I do watch-alongs for the competitive sessions during the weekends. I sometimes make videos, shorts, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in any and all Formula One content, then subscribe to the channel. So there's that. Oh, hi, Derpy. Hope for a good match regardless who wins. Yes, absolutely. Hope for penalties more than anything. Shut up. Penalties would always be exciting. Penalties are always like we're going down to the wire. It would extend my live stream a little bit, but that's okay. I have time. I, I don't have anything scheduled for this evening anyway. Just have a couple of drinks, right? But yeah, I do hope for a good match. Not a boring final, an exciting final, and also not what we had last year. Because like, while there was something satisfying about a 5-0 win in a Champions League final, I did think 5-0 was kind of insane to see in a Champions League final. Because we've never had such a big blowout, such a big margin between the two teams. That doesn't really happen. But we'll see how it goes. I do have the feeling that Arsenal is going to play defensively, and PSG has to find a way through that. They do have the people to get through it. In regards to their front line, what was the front line again? Was it Due, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia? I think. Yeah. So that's the thing. Due, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. Those three. That is a front three that is going to cut through any defense, regardless of who you are. Regardless if you're Arsenal, and you have such a great defensive record, it doesn't matter. So Arsenal has to do more than just defend in this match. I think. Arsenal has to come out and be aggressive and push PSG because I do think PSG's defense is kind of the weak part. So it's funny how where Arsenal's stronger part is the defense, but the weak part is the attack. PSG is the exact opposite. And that's where we could get an interesting one. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? What we do know is that Arsenal don't have the best track record when it comes to finals. When it comes to these matches that you like, it's you have to win it because their latest final was against Manchester City in the League Cup. They were terrible. Arsenal was nowhere throughout that match. Manchester City dominated that match 1-2-0 easily, and that Manchester City team wasn't even all that good. But they had an easy time with Arsenal in that match. Then also a couple of weeks later, we again had Manchester City versus Arsenal in the Premier League at the Etihad, and Manchester City won again. That was a have to perform match, and Arsenal didn't perform. And it's I think because Mikel Arteta is not entirely good at um, having to perform in these big time matches. So that's where I feel that Arsenal is not going to get it over the line as much as I would like them to. But hey, this is all just speculation. I'm just trying to talk, trying to fill up the time until the match actually starts. We're about 7 minutes away. 4 minutes is going on from I think it was the Killers. I'm not even listening. I just have to sound on low, so I don't even. I'm not even listening to what they're playing. But if you're here, let me know who you're rooting for. Who do you want to win versus who do you think will win? Because these are always two different. For me, they're very much two different things. I think PSG will win, but I kind of want Arsenal to win. So that's me. Let me know what you think. Oh, here we have the Arsenal players coming down the stairs. And that's the substitute. Let's tweet it out. The link. I haven't actually tweeted it. Yeah. All right. 5 minutes. Who do we got? Who is winning it? Ooh, Thierry Henry on the pitch with with the trophy. Oh, Stephen Gerrard is commentating. That's cool. Right. Also, I will be very, very much watching Twitter because earlier today we had the announcement that Arsenal back as Liverpool coach, and it is very much looking like Andoni Iraola is going to be his replacement. Um, After beating AC Milan, AC Milan. Um, Weird. I don't want to hear that. Kind of insane to see Lewis Skelly. Like he only just joined Arsenal or just started playing for Arsenal like 2 seasons ago as a teenager. He's still a teenager, and now he's in the Champions League final, starting the match. It's kind of crazy. By the way, there is something where I'm also like, all the pressure is on PSG to retain their title because they did it last year. They are proven champions of the Champions League. Arsenal, I think, likes that underdog position. Like, if you lose, fine, it doesn't matter. But if PSG loses, mentally, I think it will be a nice place for Arsenal to be in because I don't think they necessarily have that much to lose, um, which is fine. Right, stepping up on goal. This front three, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doué, is nuts. And they still have names on the bench as well to bring in. That's attacking wise, of course. Again, I think PSG's biggest flaw is their defense. We'll see. Because like something that really signifies that is the match that they played against Bayern Munich. Like the fact that Bayern Munich was able to score four against them when they scored five. That shows they can score, but they can be got at. And then it depends if Arsenal is going to be able to block off that attack. German referee. The good thing is I actually don't know this referee. usually, usually I know the referee, and I'm like, oh god, it's him. But no, not this case. Happens with Gabriel Mascara, Scalia Rice, Osar Odegaard Saka, and then Roberts front. But I definitely expect Gyökeres to come in the second half fairly early. They, especially if they need a goal. If they need a goal, they need to put in Gyökeres sooner rather than later. So like you can play out the first half and then we'll see. But it's exciting. Bleh, can't even talk anymore. I'm excited, honestly. I'm looking forward to this match. Who's kicking off? Is Arsenal kicking off the first half? Yep, Arsenal is kicking off, and they the match has started. I think I'm a little behind, but I'm okay with that because it's like 2 minutes past the hour already, and they only just kicked off. But Luis Enrique, who is such a good coach, and by the way, I very, very much believe that the reason that PSG has now been the best team in Europe is because they got rid of Mbappe. As great of a player as Mbappe is, he is too much of an individual in the team, and we're seeing how it's hurting Real Madrid, for example. And like I think Mbappe plays better within the French national team than within a club team like a PSG or Real Madrid. And that's probably also because Didier Deschamps is able to make him work in that squad. As of right now, I actually hear the Arsenal fans more. Okay, that was a bad goal kick from Stefanov. Okay, he gets through. Arsenal so far is pressing well. We're only like 2 minutes in, but they're pressing well. That's good. Because they kind of have to. Arsenal really has to press them. They can't let up at all throughout this entire match. The moment that Arsenal lets up, I feel that's going to be it for in terms of like conceding a goal. As long as Arsenal can keep the pressure up, not let PSG through. PSG is still on their own half. They're not able to get onto Arsenal's half. On the flip side, though, Arsenal has had no possession really. All PSG so far in terms of possession. Yeah, still on the PSG half. This is what we're in for. Like I know we're barely 4 minutes into the game, but I have a feeling that this might be what we are in for. Yeah, PSG finally tried to eat it into Arsenal's half, and it was knocked out. Oh dear, this could be a very boring final. On the flip side, though, if it's just going to stay 0-0, we go to extra time, we go to penalties, and penalties are always fun because it's random. No, that's a foul. Oh, that should be a yellow card. Ruiz, don't throw the ball away. Ruiz should very much get a yellow card. He definitely just threw the ball away out of frustration. I don't care that we're 5 minutes in. You should get a yellow card for that. Arsenal actually in possession. Haven't seen much of this. Oh, they're through. Arsenal's through. It's a goal! It's a goal! Arsenal's ahead. How did scored? Oh my God! Arsenal's ahead. First bit of possession for Arsenal, and they have scored. Oh wow! And it's once again confidence. He does these type of things. Wow! Cheers, Arsenal. That was a honestly a great bit of play from Arsenal to get Havertz into that position, and like it was a bit awkward how it got to him, but he kept going. And from that angle, it's a really difficult angle, by the way. That's a really difficult angle, but wow, most impressive. Well done, Havertz. Oh, it comes off of Odegaard's arm. Are they going to flag him for a handball? What a goal! It's a great goal. It really is a great goal. Yeah, no VAR check. Arsenal leads the Champions League final, and Now we go. Now we see what PSG will be able to do. Are they going to be able to respond to this? All right, Raya is going along with this kick. Okay, here comes PSG coming forward and defended well by Arsenal. By the way, Arsenal can definitely just park the bus from now on, and I wouldn't even be mad if they did. It would be 100% justified if they do that because PSG has to go for it. But right now, the PSG fans are loud. I have the feeling that the Arsenal fans are just shitting themselves, and they're going to shit themselves. Like, yeah, you're ahead, but you're still playing PSG, and we still have most of the match still to go. We'll see how it goes. Oh, oh, that was first getting I was almost through there, but Gabriel was aware of what was happening. Corner taken fairly quickly here. Nope. Oh, Arsenal is taking their sweet time, aren't they? Oh, that's a great pass forward. Bruce, no, can do it. It was a really good pass forward, and then the finish was terrible. Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, relax. Can we not just beg for yellow cards when not much is happening? It's pretty crazy how desperate PSG seems to be to get fouls from Arsenal and to get them bookings. Like, how about you just play football? Oh, by the way, I also just realized I have a bet on Arsenal. It's only a couple of euros, but if I win, I think I more than double my money. So it's not bad, win a couple of euros because Arsenal wins. Because I kind of want them to. And it's a corner for PSG. No, weird corner. Okay, that's not a not a handball. Excuse me. Yeah, and Arsenal is happy to sit back and just put the pressure from PSG, right? PSG has not really been able to get through the Arsenal line, and that's credit to the Arsenal line being defensively sound, like it needs to be. So far, it's been good. Kvaratskhelia here. Oh no, tried to do something cheeky, but no. God, the loss of possession between the two teams is crazy. Every time that they get a bit close, they lose possession. It just ricochets off of one player to another, to another, to another, and eventually, usually PSG just ends up with the ball. Well, that was actually a good interception from Saka, but the fact that Saka is doing defensive work is kind of crazy. Right, and PSG gets it. And back to Raya. He eats it. And then PSG ends up with it. This is going to be predictable and boring in it. At least we have an early goal. If this had been nil-nil, this would have been so dull right now. We're going to look at the stats of the referee. Okay. That was good from Nkapie. Oh, Arsenal throwing one. Oh, that was weird. Now it's a PSG throw. And we're back on their half, defending. Come on, PSG, do something. You have the attacking force. You can do this. For the neutral fan, we want a match. No, that's a terrible pass into Raya's hands. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Oh, not an Arsenal throw, but a PSG throw. Arsenal does end up with it. And Freya has just gotten the instruction to hit it forward every time. How's that working out for you, Raya? Oh, and Billy, what's going on? Let's see. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't get past Mascara and it's an Arsenal throw. Oh, drink break. You know what? I'll get a drink as well. And the Arsenal fans who may be watching, how are you feeling? Happy that you're up, or just nervous that you're ahead and you still have so much of a match to go? You know, the thing is, if you're an Arsenal fan, you better enjoy this. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the title that you won last week, and enjoy this right now because it might change. Everything might change next season. You know, that's the thing. I was the happiest fan last year, having won the title for Liverpool, being a McLaren fan, winning the constructors and the drivers in Formula One, and then it all came crashing down. Enjoy this moment, and don't let anyone tell you differently. Because you know there are going to be haters. Haters are going to hate, but you're in the final and you're leading against the current champions. With Scully doing well here. Of the Saka, beats it forward. Oh, that was close. Safanov didn't get the ball, but he was lucky that the Arsenal player also didn't get there. Oh, Safanov is hit. Oh, Safanov is still enjoying himself there. Let's see if Safanov needs replacing here. Be a very early forced substitution if it happens. Arsenal fans are louder again. All right, we're playing again after several minutes of stoppage, so that will be added at the end of the half. We're going again. Possession, by the way, 73% for PSG. Possession never means anything, right? I've learned this as a Liverpool fan, at least following this past season. We've had so many games where we had so much more possession, but at the end of the day, we didn't win the match. Like it matters if you are decisive, if you're critical, if you can score those goals. That's what you want. There is a PSG player down in the box, stays down. I'm not 100% sure on who it is, but the rest of the team does continue. Ooh, okay, dude, stop your crying and get the fuck up. Yeah, Mendes, you're fine. Get the fuck up. Stop your crying. Stop your claims for any kind of stupidity because honestly, nothing happens here. And all you want is a penalty at this moment. Shut the fuck up. I hate this kind of behavior. It's like, get up. You're fine. See, you're running again. There's no issue with you. I hate this behavior from players when they go down. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. I'm just going to stay down and hope that I get a penalty. I'm not getting a penalty. Okay, fine. I'll continue. Oh, oh, you're fine. Shocker. See, by the way, that's a PSG player. This gives me more reason to root for Arsenal in this match. Oh, right came out, but it was outside the box, so he couldn't use his hands. Arsenal fans are still louder, as they should be. The Arsenal fans should be louder because I just think Arsenal historically is a better club between the two. That's another reason why I'm kind of just against PSG because they are oil money. They bought the team. Like I've been against that idea ever since, you know, this entire trend started of clubs being bought by a very, very rich owner. Like it happened to Manchester City, it happened to PSG, it happened to Chelsea, it happened to Newcastle. And I feel that Arsenal just has a bit more integrity in that regard. Like a couple of years ago, they started the rebuild under Mikel Arteta, and it has been a bit of a wait. Of course, it has been a bit of a wait because Arteta has definitely done his fair share of bottling certain titles that could have been his three times in a row, second in the league, and also not getting a Champions League, not getting a Europa League, not getting a League Cup or FA Cup. It doesn't matter. If this is the season that they finally win both the Premier League and the Champions League, it will have been worth it. And I don't think that any Arsenal fan can dispute that. If you win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same year, the wait will have been worth it. Arteta will have been worth it. And yeah, sure, it's not the most exciting football that he's playing, but at least he got you there. This is why I also kind of feel bad for Slot that, he had a rough season. It didn't go the way as planned, but there were a lot of factors which made sure that the season didn't go as well as last season. The biggest issue with the entire Slot saga is the comments that he started to make in interviews where I'm like, dude, stop talking. You need to stop talking. I can't listen to you talk anymore. I listened to a couple of the interviews after they had happened, after people were once again like listen to what he's saying. And I'm just like, oh, Arna, what the hell are you saying? What are you doing? You're just hurting yourself. You're hurting your reputation. You're hurting your reputation towards the fans. You're hurting your reputation towards the players. It was not smart. And unfortunately, when it just seems to be so broken that relationship between him and the players and the fans that couldn't be mended anymore. So that's why Spot needed to go. As much as I think Slot is a good coach and he would get any big club over the line because he did it. He did it with Feyenoord, he did it with Liverpool, and he will probably do it again in the future, just not with Liverpool anymore. All right, free kick from Arsenal, and comes to nothing. Udue is streaking ahead to Dembele. Can't do anything with it. Nope. Ooh, that was interesting. Referee deciding to play advantage. Okay, you have to give it now. It is interesting that the ref didn't give a free kick to Arsenal. But okay, that's what we're dealing with. Ooh, how this got tackled, but advantage played. Passes completed. 222 against 45. PSG is way ahead in terms of passes completed. Way ahead in terms of possession, but Arsenal is still the team leading. I will say what was more interesting is the distance covered by the players because Arsenal was ahead in that stat, and that shows that even though they don't necessarily have the most amount of possession or the most amount of passes completed, they are putting in the work off the ball, and that also counts for something. That is the reason that Arsenal has not let PSG through to anything really. PSG has not really had a chance. I don't think PSG has any shot on goal or any shot period for that matter. And if they do have a shot, then it was nothing really. And that's exactly what I was saying that Arsenal need to do. They need to silence PSG's attack, and they have so far. The Arsenal fans are in good spirit, and it's nice to hear them. Ooh, Kvaratskhelia gets it on the edge of the box, but can't do much with it. Let's see. In no, again, Arsenal's defense is just sound. Dude, Hakimi, what are you doing there? That was not particularly nice. Yeah, I think what Hakimi is doing here is not particularly nice. Might just be me. Oh, there's the stat. Commentator just said that PSG has not had a shot on goal yet. And that's just it. The defense of Arsenal is good enough so far. And PSG in an attacking position. Oh, I had to shut up. I think Kvaratskhelia has not been able to get through at all so far, and he is arguably PSG's most dangerous attacking player. But Kvaratskhelia has been silenced by the Arsenal defense. So massive credit to the Arsenal defense for silencing this front three of PSG, because this front three of PSG has caused issues for every single club in Europe that they've played this season. And on the flip side, this Arsenal defense has been gotten at by certain clubs, you know. Heck, it's a crazy statistic that we actually have not lost a game to Arsenal this season. The two times that we played, we won and we drew. We didn't concede a single goal against this Arsenal side. Crazy statistic, but it's true. And that was especially considering that because the first match at Anfield was the third match of the season, and at that point, Liverpool was still being regarded as the best team in England, the title holders, and it seemed that Arteta was extremely scared of doing anything against us. So he set up very defensively, and that's why I lost the match. And it was really only because of a phenomenal free kick from Szoboszlai. But then the game at the Emirates, going into the game at the Emirates, Arsenal, by all counts, should have won that match and should have won it convincingly. At that point, Liverpool was not at a good place, in a good place whatsoever. Arsenal was going well. It seemed that Arsenal was very much the favorite going into that one, and for some reason, that was a 0-0 draw. How did that happen? How did we actually get a 0-0 draw against the champions of England? I don't understand that one. I truly don't. But Arsenal was just not really there that match. The first half they were slightly better. Then the second half we were kind of better. And in the end it was 0-0. So like, well, it's going to be at least 5 added minutes, isn't it? Let's see, 5 added minutes, 6 even. 6 added minutes. Oh, because of the Stefanov moment. He is still on the pitch. I do wonder, is Stefanov about to have a Karius final? That was honestly one of the worst finals that I've ever seen, simply because of the injury issues that we suffered. Because it wasn't just Karius, it was also, you know, Salah being bombarded by Ramos. And I still, to this day, do not understand how Ramos got away with that. Like, in my personal opinion, Ramos should have gotten a red card for what he did to Salah in that match. Yeah, and also Karius just did not have a good one. Bit of a hairy moment in the Arsenal box, but they managed to defend it yet again. Now, PSG is getting desperate. We've, in the past couple of minutes, seen a couple of shots from PSG outside the box going way over the goal. Just to get any kind of shot in, it seems, but it's like, okay, if you're that desperate to get a shot in, come on. You are champions of Europe, champions of France. You should be able to do this. Oh, oof. That challenge or that moment for Arsenal just now was scarier than anything that PSG has created so far. And again, it was Havertz who scored the opening goal. Havertz is on one tonight. Havertz is the one who shows up in Champions League finals. He did it for Chelsea, and he does it again here. Actually, all of a sudden, not so sure if Gyökeres is even going to come on in the second half. He might, but Havertz is feeling good, it seems. Havertz is also very much he's two things. He is a confidence player and he's a big game player. If he has some confidence in a big game, oh, he's dangerous. And you do not want him to get into an attacking position because he will score that goal. Oh, right. What are we doing? Oh, it's a shit corner. It just was. Reese is not offside. Marquinhos has to dive there. I have seen enough to convince me that I want Arsenal to win this match. Arsenal is playing fairer, is playing better, and they are more clinical. PSG is crying. They're using dirty tactics, and I don't like what I'm seeing from them. And and on the flip, and the thing is, there are a couple of players who are obviously just crying. There are also a couple of players um, in the PSG team who are just trying to play, and they're not able to because Arsenal is just defensively sound. Arsenal just said, "No, you're not getting through," and so far that's worked really well for Arsenal. So it doesn't even matter those stats of like, oh, PSG has more possession or more passes completed. None of that matters. Who's the team ahead? Arsenal. Who's at more attempts at goal? Arsenal. Those are the things that matter. Oh, we're going to have a long throw here. And that will close at the half probably. Oh, if Arsenal can get a 2-0 lead here. No, no. Corner. Arsenal corner. But Arsenal corners, these have been notorious for their opposition to deal with all this season. Also, I will say I am so glad that Arsenal did not score from a set piece because they would be again branded set piece FC. It was actually from open play for a change. Okay, we're not getting a corner. That is bad. Like they were all ready for the corner, and the ref is like, "No, no, no, we're gotta wrap this up." Okay. By the way, if it turns out that in the second half, Arsenal, for some reason, uh, loses loses the game by a goal, or we go into extra time because PSG equalizes, they're gonna look back at this moment right here where they were robbed of an opportunity where Arsenal usually does well. Oh my God, that could be interesting. But so far, yeah, Arsenal simply is better. All percent because I'm gonna look at the stats, but these stats. The thing is, there are some people who get completely fixated and obsessed with stats, and I'm just like, yo, stats don't matter. Because expected goals 0.26, 0.24, that is pathetic. It's a final, so of course. 77% possession for PSG. Again, it doesn't matter. PSG apparently had 6 shots to Arsenal's 2, but both have had 1 shot on target. Wait, PSG has actually had a shot on target? I was not aware of this. I honestly wasn't, but doesn't matter. Yeah, PSG has had 4 corners, Arsenal 0. Should have been 1. Do you feel that they are robbed there a little bit? The passing. PSG has completed 306 out of 345 passes, giving them an 89% correct passes stat. Arsenal has only completed 69 out of 105. By the way, 69, nice, but 66% correct passes, which again, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Oh, that's funny. Well, the last time that PSG went into halftime against, wait, am I saying that right? Against English opposition in a final, they lost it because they were already behind, just like now. Okay. Oh, we have a couple of minutes. I will be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the halftime, and let's get ready for second half. All right. What is going on everywhere? Actually, what is going on Twitter? This game is ending 1-0 Arsenal then. Yeah, probably, right? Oh, dear God. The Mandalorian and Grogu is going to finish third at the box office in its second weekend, which is just insane. And at the same time, by the way, next week we have Masters of the Universe releasing, which, by the way, I saw a trailer for. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but I get the feeling that people are going to enjoy that more than The Mandalorian and Grogu, even though it's a bloody Star Wars movie. A Star Wars movie back in the theaters for the first time in 6.5 years, and no one seems to give a shit. Uh, this hurts me a bit. It does hurt me a bit. So the fact that The Mandalorian and Grogu opened behind Solo is woof. This final was giving Liverpool versus Spurs vibes. Yep, I agree with that. Early goal, and then nothing else. Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. Speaking of more box office, at the moment, The Mandalorian and Grogu is losing at the box office against a movie called Obsession. Obsession, this movie, has grossed over 100 million in 2 weeks' time. That's the thing. It's actually the third week for Obsession to be in the theaters. It's already beating a movie that came out, a Star Wars movie that came out last week. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And apparently, Obsession was made for less than a million. It was made for 750,000, and it grossed over 100 million, and it's beating Star Wars at the box office. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. By the way, who is in Obsession? That's also my question. Like, who are the people even working on this movie? All right, the second half is about to start. It's a crazy thing. There's no one in this movie of note, really. There are no big stars attached to this. So, oh my god, that's crazy. And it just has a really, really good rating. It's like people are like, it's almost like if you make a movie that people like, that people want to go see, then they will see it because of word of mouth, instead of having a big name but not having put too much effort. Look, I enjoyed The Mandalorian and Grogu. I went to see it 3 times opening weekend. I can see why people have issues with it and don't want to see it. So it's like, on the one hand, my Star Wars loving heart hurts seeing this, but it's not completely unwarranted. I understand where it's coming from. About to start in just a moment. PSG is ready for the kickoff, and they have kicked off. We are playing the second half. Arsenal have 1-0 in the Champions League final, and Arsenal could be 45. Let's make it 50. Arsenal is 15 minutes away from winning their first ever Champions League. Arsenal fans, if you're watching, are you scared or are you excited? I'm curious. And if you're a PSG fan, how are you feeling about this? Are you confident that you can turn it around? Or is this it? This is just going to be Arsenal 1-0. Yellow card for time stalling for Mascara. Mascara, you did not need to time stall. You can say that it's a harsh yellow card from the ref for time stalling, but you can also say it's not time stalling. We are too early into the match for these kind of tactics. Like, let's play football. Let's not do tactics. I hate tactics. I seriously don't want to see these tactics in a final. I just want to see good football. Because I've not seen too much of it, if I'm being fair. The goal was good. I'm glad that it wasn't a set piece goal for Arsenal for a change. But that's like it's kind of an exception to the rule. All right, Arsenal had a free kick. We're in an attacking position. Rice puts it into box. It's easily defended by PSG. Well, almost back into the Arsenal half. At least they have possession. Arsenal throw. Oh, that was sloppy to give it away there from Odegaard. All right. Ooh, PSG into the box. No, can't do anything with it. Well defended once again by Arsenal. Seriously, this Arsenal defense is still incredibly strong. They are effectively forcing PSG players to make a mistake when they finally get to the box. They like either the Arsenal player just dispossesses the PSG player, or the PSG player just shoots his way over. Eventually, the ball doesn't come near the goal. It's truly commendable. It's commendable work from Arsenal for having such a solid defense, because it's also such a different match from the two matches that played last year in the semi-final. Both matches, PSG was quite comfortably the better side, both in Paris and in London. Now it's a very different picture. PSG might have more possession, might have the stats on their side, but Arsenal is the more dangerous team when they actually do have the ball. It's just there's a part of me kind of just hoping for PSG to get something done to maybe get an equalizer, because if it's 1-1, it's just more exciting for the neutral viewer. But as of right now, I just don't see that happening. I see this match ending in a 1-0 Arsenal win, and Arsenal is going to win their first Champions League. So I am going to keep an eye on my bet, because just in case that PSG gets something back, I need to make sure that. Let's see. Like honestly, I don't have a lot of money on this one. Let's see what my bets are. My bets. Yeah, sure. So I put a euro 30, a euro 93 on this. As of right now, I barely get a euro back for that. If I should just wait for the end. I should just wait for the full payout. Which is not much, by the way. It's €4 17, but it's still more than double the money. So it's a little bit of money. One, I don't mind that. Also, I will say Liverpool has won me so much money this season, because there were so many instances this season that I either bet Liverpool to draw the match or lose, simply to make me feel a little bit better about the entire equation, and I have won money on several occasions. Like I put in a euro on the other team, and I would get €3 back. And by just doing that, I've already won. like 20 euros at this point because just by betting a little, it's like, okay, thank you, Liverpool, for disappointing me, but also winning me money. By the way, if you gamble, do gamble responsibly. Don't go too crazy with it. That's why I bet these low amounts. Like I only bet 1 or 2 euros, not much more than that, because I don't want to lose too much in the case that I lose. Like, type- wait, why can't I pay out now? Wait, where is my Andoni Iraola as the new Liverpool head coach announcement? Oh, yellow card for Saka here. Free kick for PSG in a pretty dangerous area. Do I just get up? You're fine. Don't try to milk a red card out of this. Yeah, that is a yellow. That is a yellow. It's not a red. It's never going to be a red. It doesn't matter how much you complain about this. It was close. Saka was ever so slightly late. He got your leg. It's what happens. But dangerous free kick for PSG. 10 minutes into the second half. Can PSG equalize here? Who's going to take it? I'm curious. Let's see. Who are there? If Hakimi and Mendes. Interesting, by the way, because those are two defenders. Why don't we have any of the attacking players trying to take this one? Who is taking this? It's Hakimi? Hakimi, but into Raya's arms and safe. No problem. Hakimi, take a page from Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai was able to score against Raya pretty much from that angle at Anfield earlier this season. He put it into the top corner. Don't go for the bottom corner. Raya will have that covered. The top corner. That's where you want to go. That was a beautiful strike, by the way. That was one of the most gorgeous free kicks that I've seen, like ever. And I've been following football for a very long time. But my God, that was such a free kick. That is, in my personal opinion, goal of the season. I am biased. I'm fully aware that I'm biased in that regard. But that was goal of the season for me. Because people are still talking about that goal. Even though, Liverpool ended up like finished fifth in the league and Arsenal was champion. But that goal, ooh, good defending. Yeah, good defending from Trossard. Why are Arsenal's attackers defending? I've now seen Saka do defensive work, Trossard do defensive work. Oh, Pasha, just get up. You're fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened there. Come on, where's my Andoni Iraola? Is Liverpool head coach. I need it. By the way, my Twitter feed is absolutely flirting with it. There are several tweets that I see that are saying that he is the lead candidate, but there's no official announcement just yet. So there's that. Maybe tomorrow. No. They take Arsenal. Once again, Saka putting in defensive work here. I find it so funny that Saka's just doing defensive work. But it makes sense, you know. It makes sense that every single Arsenal player, whether you're an attacker or defender, it doesn't matter. You are putting in defensive work. Arsenal fans once again. That's another reason for me to root more for Arsenal. Arsenal is just the historically better club. They have a huge fan base that really cares about their club. PSG is oil money. I don't fully believe that a lot of the PSG fans are actual PSG fans. They are actual PSG fans, but there are more actual Arsenal fans rather than your glory chasers. Because I get the feeling that a lot of the PSG fans are glory chasers, and with Arsenal, it's like legit. It comes from within. It comes from a genuine feel for the club. Saka is on a yellow. Saka needs to be careful. He is getting in. He's getting very involved with some of these challenges, and he needs to be careful because otherwise, you get a 2006 final where Arsenal goes ahead, but they get a red card and they lose the final 2-1. You do not want that, Arsenal. Saka, yeah. And also, we're an hour in. I get the feeling that Saka might be swapped off. I don't really necessarily think that Saka has done too well this match. Like he's done more defensively than in an attacking sense. I definitely think you can put on someone else for Saka to come in and just protect a potential second yellow for Saka. Like it's pretty much a death sentence for Arsenal if they were to get a red card here. And of course, that would be a second yellow. Ooh, Kvaratskhelia has an interesting looking leg there. Seemed completely open. Seems that he got into something. Oh, that's a penalty. It's a penalty. Oh, PSG has a penalty. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I knew it. Oh, I knew at the moment that the PSG player went into the box. I was like, this is either going to be a goal or it's going to be a penalty, and it is a penalty. Oh God. Oh, this moment is huge. This moment is huge. Yeah, yeah. No, it is. It definitely is a penalty. I don't even need to look at this anymore. I already know it's a penalty. Mascara has definitely fouled Kvaratskhelia. There's no question about that. There might be a question though if it's a penalty or it's a free kick because it was kind of towards the edge of the box. They're checking. It might be a free kick. Arsenal could get away here. Of course, the free kick is also in a dangerous position, but I do think a penalty is a guaranteed 1-1. A free kick, definitely not. A free kick is something that they could defend, no question. It is a penalty. I'm pretty sure that this will be an equalizer. Arsenal, you shouldn't have done this. Uh, we find that's the thing. Finally, a moment for PSG to actually get through, and Arsenal get, and this could shift the momentum. This could shift it towards PSG. If PSG equalize, if they equalize here, I wonder who will take it. Vitinha is the one standing there with the ball in hand. I'm not sure if Vitinha should take it though. I am of the opinion that Kvaratskhelia should take it, considering he was the one who was fouled, and he is their best player. I think Kvaratskhelia should do it, but it's Vitinha with the ball. Oh boy, Dembele is going to take it. Okay, I actually have a feeling that Ryan can stop this one. I don't know why. I have a feeling that Ryan can stop this, but we'll see. If there is any kind of justice, this doesn't go in, but I do think it's going to go in. Yeah. 1-1. 1-1. PSG has equalized the game. That's huge. That is huge. By the way, that was a phenomenal penalty from PSG, from Dembele. This is the reason that he won the Ballon d'Or. Because, of course, oh, that is huge. That is huge. Oh, that was heartbreak for Arsenal fans, no question about it. But it is a penalty. It is by every measure a penalty. It should be a penalty. And yeah, good penalty from Dembele, no question. 1-1 with half an hour to go. What is going to happen in this match? What will happen? It seems that Arsenal is going to sub in Gyökeres. Are they going to sub him in for Havertz or someone else? I think actually Gyökeres should be subbed on for Saka. But let's see what kind of substitutions we are getting here. Mosquera is being subbed off for Timber. Timber is an important player for sure for Arsenal, and it's good to see him back because he has been injured for. By the way, also secretly, I'm kind of glad to see him because he is Dutch and he could do well for the Dutch squad. And Erdegaard off for Gyökeres. Oh, that is interesting. All right. Well, there you have Gyökeres. I said that he would come on, and I said that he would come on early in the second half. We are 66 minutes in. 64, guys. 66. Oh boy, okay. We have a match, 1-1. Arsenal slipped up. They finally did. I did not think that they would, but they did. So that's why we have the equalizer. Yeah, the feeling was I was essentially waiting for that. Hey, PSG is looking threatening here. They get a corner off of Ngapié. But why are there so many people behind the goal? There are a whole lot of like guards behind the goal. I don't even know how to describe it. Why are they all in black costumes? Let's see into the box. Nope. Be a goal kick for Arsenal. Arsenal fans, how are you feeling if you're watching? Oh God, I can't imagine being an Arsenal. I'm glad I'm not one right now. I'm glad Liverpool against PSG in the final because oh my God, I would be shitting myself. Of course it's not Liverpool PSG. We already played them in the quarterfinals. People tell you. Like over the two legs, we played well for about half an hour. In 120 minutes of football, we played well for half an hour, and that was it. The other hour and a half, PSG was completely better, dominant, and we just didn't have a fucking prayer. Oh, drink break, drink. By the way, I'm gonna get it in, just in case. Because it seems like we're gonna go to extra time. Okay, and we're back. Well, some of these Arsenal fans seem to still believe in it. Hey, you should get a yellow card for that, dude. He intentionally kicked that ball away. Come on. Like I honestly I find it so childish for them to do that. To kick the ball away because they're like, eh. Oh dear, here comes PSG, Dembele. No, can't do it. Okay, attempts PSG is way ahead, but then again, the attempts have been poor. A lot of them have been just pathetic shots from outside of the box, way over the goal. It's like, and that's another one. I mean, that wasn't as pathetic. That was a lot closer, but that was still a shot over the goal. But that wasn't that far over. It actually hit the net at the back. So it's just that PSG has had a lot of these shots where they just from outside the box. It doesn't come close to the goal. And it's like, yeah, okay. So technically, we could count that as a shot. But, well, first of all, it's not on the target. Second of all, most of them are like way over. And in the first half, there were a lot of moments when the Arsenal fans were like, just cheering the fact that it was so far over. That's cool. Oh my God, Gerard, are you seriously calling him Jokerus? Jokeris. Jokeris. I will say that Gerard has a lot less of a Scouse accent than some of the others. Like, for example, whenever I hear Jamie Carragher has a very, very Scouse accent. Which is supposedly the worst accent in English. I don't necessarily agree with that. I actually kind of find it funny. There's a certain charm to it. Like I hate the accent that I have because I have adopted an American accent, which I hate. I'd much prefer to speak some kind of a British accent. Like I would much prefer to have Scouse accent than the one I have. If I'm being quite fair. But I was raised with an American English. I don't know why. Oh, stream work. Okay, my stream is now messing up. It's glitching a bit. You might be able to hear my computer because it's not having the easiest time with it. Come on. Work. Work. It's not working. I don't have a stream. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I do have Flash score telling me that it's still 1-1, so that's at least something. But I don't have a stream. Well, let's go to the other one. Once again. Is that the one? I suppose that's what we're going with. Where's football? There it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is not working. Wow, my internet is slow right now. Oh, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, there. I'm terribly sorry about this. We are not working just yet. Dear. Let's see if we're working. I think so. It might be. Come on. How far behind am I? I'm about 2 minutes behind. Okay, no, maybe 1 minute. This is okay. This is okay. All right, we're back. See, soccer didn't get through. All right, just so we're clear, currently I'm on the time 78 minutes and 45 seconds. Free kick to Arsenal. Defensive free kick. That Lewis Skelly won for them. Oh, and now my stream is glitching. Madueke is coming on. Martinelli is coming on. Oh boy, these are some desperate shouts in regard to Arsenal. Like Arsenal's attack getting a bit desperate. That's interesting. Oh, for fuck's sake, can I stop glitching? Oh, reloaded, 80 minutes and 10 seconds. Apologize for the silence in the background. All right, yeah, no, Martinelli and Madueke are standing by at the touchline to come on, and I'm curious who is going to come off. You have to take off Saka. You just have to. Like, I I truly don't understand what Arsenal fans see in Saka. Yes, he has had good games. Yes, he has had seasons where he scored a bunch of goals, but it's never been particularly consistent and reliable. Like Saka very much seems like right now I'm feeling like playing a good game rather than I am good. I'm gonna perform the entire fucking season because Saka has not performed an entire season properly. And it's funny that this past season, finally Arsenal won the league, but it was not because of Saka. Saka scored like what 5 goals maybe, not really all that much. It was not at all convincing. By the way, we're hearing the PSG fans way more now. Lewis Kelly, get up. Please just get up and stop crying. Nothing happens here. Absolutely nothing happens here. No, and it's over the goal once again. All right, Trossard comes off for Martinelli. That's actually pretty like for like. That makes sense. And who's their number 7? Saka. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, at least at least Arteta made the right call there. Saka has not been good enough. Saka needs to come off. So Madueke and Martinelli, effectively, the two wingers for them have come off, and two wingers are coming on. Kvaratskhelia is coming off for, and Barcola is in his stead. Okay. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia has been very invisible this match. He has not been able to do anything. So let's see if Barcola is going to be able to get through. I doubt it, but we'll see. Bakola is a good player, though. Oh, Arsenal on the offensive. Can't make anything happen. They still have the ball, but they have to go backwards. All the way back. Let's see. Uncappy gets it back. Ooh, that's a cheeky pass, but can't make anything happen there. Are we going to have a long throw here? Yes, we are. Declan Rice is stepping up to throw long into the box. Long into the box. Ooh, it looked dangerous for a moment, but no. And Barcola is through one-on-one with Raya. No, Raya's got it. Well done, Raya. Holy crap. Oh, Raya needed to get that one, and he did. Oof, that was exceptional from Raya. Holy shit. Over to PSG. And we have 86 minutes played. 4 minutes until we get the announcement of stoppage time, and then it will be the end of the 90. And as of right now, it's looking like we're going to extra time. No, that was not a very good corner. Oh boy! Oh, could that be costly? Mendes made a mistake. Oh no, 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 no! Terrible pass from Martinelli. Because of course, it's Gabriel Martinelli. To this day, I don't understand how Martinelli has stayed in this Arsenal squad. I don't think Martinelli is a particularly good player, and I don't understand how in the hell Martinelli can call himself a Premier League champion. To be fair, he hasn't played too much for Arsenal this season, but the fact that he has played for Arsenal this season and therefore by default he can call himself a Premier League champion is insane. Stream work. PSG on the offensive again. Hakimi puts it into the box. Nope. Ruiz puts it into the box. Nope. Again, nothing comes off a PSG attack. It's crazy. Because I was saying at the beginning of the match that PSG has the better attack, Arsenal has the better defense. Well, Arsenal's defense was held for most of this match, with of course the exception of Mosquera not being able to deal with Kvaratskhelia giving away the penalty, which is the reason that PSG is level. But other than that, Arsenal's defense has held. But the issue is on the flip side, Arsenal has not been able to score too many goals because it's just the one goal from Havertz very early on. And that's where I feel that that's the exact reason why Arsenal might not be able to win this thing. They have a great defense, but they're not able to score too many goals. You need to score goals to win these things, Arteta. Have you gotten that memo through? Have you gotten that message through to your head? Because there are honestly times that I feel Arteta has not gotten through that you need goals to win a match. Like, yes, you need a defense to make sure that you don't concede, but you do need to make goals yourself. Oh, that was cool, very close. And Raya seems to have cramped up in his leg. Oh, stream work. All right. Well, we are about to pass the 90th minute mark, and we're about to get stoppage time announced, and it should be quite a lot. It's going to be a lot. Six added minutes as of right now. I think we're going to go over that. I think we're going to go past those six added minutes. All right. 92nd minute right now. Arsenal has a goal kick. We have less than 5 minutes until we go to extra time, unless one of these two teams scores. And as of right now, I don't see that happening. I think we're going to go to extra time, so that's going to be fun. I have actually kind of enjoyed this game, despite the fact that I thought it would be boring and it was looking boring at times. There's been enough in this game to keep me going, to keep me entertained. We'll see how the extra time goes. But I have a feeling that penalties are inevitable. And then the question is, who is the better with the penalties? I have the feeling that Raya is going to do something and that Arsenal will still win this Champions League. Raya is a great goalkeeper. I don't rate Safinoff, by the way. I really don't. I honestly don't understand why Safinoff is PSG's number one goalkeeper. Why they haven't looked up someone else. Might be just me. Look, I don't watch every single PSG game, by the way. Of course I don't. I watched a few, but from the few games, I'm like, I'm not really sure if that's the right one. And I do rate Raya. I also definitely don't watch every single Arsenal game, but the Arsenal games that I have watched, some Raya's good. It is funny, by the way, how Donnarumma goes to Manchester City, leaving PSG after having just won the goddamn Champions League treble with PSG, and Donnarumma only gets a League Cup. Oh, and actually both cups, the League Cup and the FA Cup, but no Premier League title, no Champions League, not even close to the Champions League, by the way. So, like, okay, Donnarumma, you got the League Cup and the FA Cup, and you're not going to get much else at Manchester City. And your previous team is still in the final of the Champions League with a good shot to win it. I find that funny. Not that I don't rate Donnarumma. I think Donnarumma is an excellent goalkeeper. It's just it's more so the memes, you know. But I don't think Neves has been particularly good for PSG this match. I think he has been more so complaining than he has been playing good football, and I don't understand why he's still playing. Neves is definitely someone that I'm like, you could replace him with someone on your bench. Might just be me. We have a minute and a half remaining until we go to extra time. PSG on the offensive here, but they're not able to get through Arsenal's defense, which has been the story of the match, hasn't it? Nope. Good header away from Timber and also Madueke. And now Arsenal on the counter attack. It's just fouled, yellow card for Neves, and Neves throws the ball away. Neves should get a red card. By all means, another yellow for throwing the ball away and get a red. I don't understand why this ref is allowing players to just throw away the ball. Dembele is subbed off for Ramos. Interesting that you're not keeping Dembele on for extra time. All right. Oh, Raya is taking this free kick close to the halfway line. That's high up the field. Arsenal is really, really trying to make something happen in the final seconds of this half. Let's see. Arsenal still on the offensive. Martinelli into the box. No. Madueke now. Arsenal still in the offensive, but nothing is really happening. Headed away. And now it's a PSG counter attack. It's Ramos or Bakala. No, Bakala can't make it happen. And it's still 1-1. The ref hasn't blown a full time yet. And that's it. That is 90 minutes done, 1-1, and we go to extra time. Oh boy, the drama continues. I need a bathroom break, so I'll be back in a minute. All right, we are back for the extra time between Arsenal and PSG. It is 1-1 after 90 minutes of play. It is anyone's game. Havertz is being subbed off along with Lewis Skelly, and we have Eberechi Eze and Martin Subimendi on. And I'm honestly a little surprised that Gabriel Jesus hasn't come on yet. All right, Arsenal will take the free or the kickoff here to start the first half of extra time. Come on, Arsenal, win me some money, please. Otherwise, I'm down €2. It's not much, but come on, Arsenal, you can do this. I think you can do this. I hope you can do this. Like ever since the beginning of the game, I have just been, or not necessarily the beginning of the game, but there was a point where I was like, I just don't want PSG to win this. I just don't. I just feel that they're gonna because it's inevitable. But hey, still to play for. It's just once again one of those Arteta bottle jobs where he has a big match against a big opponent and he can't win it because that's what Arteta does, eh? At the very least, I think Arsenal should be able to hold their head up high. Forcing PSG to go to extra time, having scored first, you've done a commendable job at the very least. But you just want to win it, right? It's tantalizingly close. Madueke, no, can't do it. Madueke taking the corner now. All right. Wait, this is actually the first Arsenal corner. That is crazy. Arsenal is like relying on corners in most games, and for some reason, this is actually only the first one. It's going to be another one. Rule of two, right? Come on, Arsenal, just do what you do best. Score from a corner. Anyway, okay, gonna take it. No, into the side net. Terrible corner. It makes me wonder why in the hell Arsenal got Madueke from Chelsea. It's like, leave him at Chelsea. He's not going to do anything. Oh, it's crazy that Chelsea 10, not even in Europe next season. They should have kept Maresca because Maresca is just getting the Manchester City job. A low quality drop. Bloody hell. Quality drop, stream lost, and we're back to reloading this, which is tedious. Right, has Arsenal scored? No, they have not. Thank you, Flash Score, for keeping me updated. By the way, this is the exact issue with streaming services or trying to stream something live. What if your connection cuts out, huh? Oh, finally they take off Fabian Ruiz. I think he should have been stuck off way earlier. Now for Zaire Emery. I'm still kind of shocked that Dembele is off. I think Dembele is the type of player that you want on for an extra time, four penalties, even if he is not having the best match. He scored a great penalty. No, and that's a foul on a PSG play. Yeah, 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 yeah. Guys, calm the fuck down, please. What is Mendes still doing on this pitch? It's crazy. PSG has made several changes, but Mendes is the one that I think should be stopped off as well. 16 attempts for PSG, but only three on target. It goes to show how desperate PSG has become with some of the shots, where it's a lot of outside of the box, trying to eat it in, way over the goal. Cool. That is a foul, and that is going to be a yellow for Gyökeres. That is stupid from him. That was so unnecessary. Arsenal had plenty of bodies in front of the ball. Gyökeres is not a defender, is he? But it's funny how I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But it's funny how I was praising the Arsenal attackers earlier on in the game when Saka was still playing. That Saka was doing a good job defensively. Um, who's the other one? Who's the other winger? I can't think of the name. But you could clearly see that the attackers were doing shifts in regards to defensive work, and now you have Gyökeres on trying to do defensive work. It's like no, Gyökeres doesn't do defensive work. PSG? Are we gonna do anything here? Kimi? Oh, that's gonna be another attempt not on target, and we have just crossed the 100-minute mark. Arsenal fans once again louder. Throw for Arsenal. 101 minutes. All right, Madueke in an attacking position, looking interesting. Tackled, no penalty given. Rice is looking at the ref like he is crazy. Ref, oh, Rice is really, really up in arms about this, waving his hands in the air like, what the hell just happened here? Oh, the Arsenal fans are not happy with that call. The thing is, Madueke was brought down in the penalty area. There's no question about that. It seems that VAR is also not going to get involved. So, okay. When it comes to VAR, it's just not being used well. Like, we have VAR, the referee makes a call on field, then the VAR should take a look at it. And instead, what they very often do is like the referee makes the decision on field, and VAR just blindly agrees with it without actually taking a proper look because they're like, oh yeah, but the referee has got it right. Shut up. Take a look at it. Be critical. And Rice has got a yellow card for contempt. And someone else also got a yellow card. Arteta got a yellow card also for contempt. Yeah, so Declan Rice and Arteta get a yellow because of contempt. Yeah, I, I kind of get it. The thing is, there's not really all that much that happens here between Mendes and Madueke. No, not clear and obvious. So no. Two added minutes. Okay. Oh, Arsenal fans, how are we feeling? If there are any. But I would not be particularly secure if I were PSG in a penalty shootout. Because if it were PSG with Donnarumma, sure, no problem. You would have that in the bag. But a penalty shootout with Stefanov, I'm sorry, I don't think you're winning that one. PSG has to be on on the attack, and they're not. That's crazy. Oh, come on. All right, we're back up. 10 seconds left in the first half of extra time, and time is done. All right, so we have one more half of extra time before we go to penalties. The thing is, I really don't think that PSG should go for a penalty shootout. I think Arsenal would be okay with that. Right, as a good goalkeeper, PSG should not be so sure about that. But it seems that PSG doesn't want to win this match. Neither of these teams want to win. They just want to get to penalties and then let that work out. But it's like, how is that going to work out for y'all? I don't know how that's going to work out. All right. One more drink for the stream. Entirely too many drinks. I'm getting entirely too buzzed. Fine, whatever. Is there a favorite? Good question. know. All right, PSG is about to. Oh, bloody hell. And my stream has just expired. It has crashed. Crazy. Ah, fucking course. All right, PSG is about to kick off the second half, extra time here in Budapest. It is still 1-1. Oh, big save from Ryan. Hasn't cleared it. And oh boy, that was hairy. Ryan had to step up there. Oh, so Bronny is on. Interesting. That's the defensive change then. I think I missed a substitution at the last halftime break. But yeah, I definitely don't remember Zabarny being in the lineup at any point during this match. My stream crapped out again. Great. Great. Right, we're back up. I'm an hour eight into this match. Actually, he's an hour eight. I'm saying. Um, I'm I'm 108 minutes and 20 seconds into this. Madueke was fouled by Due, and it's glitchy streams, right? Free kick for Arsenal at an interesting position. I'm not going to say this is necessarily dangerous, but I guess it's definitely not a type of position where Rice would be able to shoot it into the goal instantly. Into the box. Stefanov got it. Did enough. Oh, that not a foul? Arsenal won it back. Well done on them. Oh, this stream. All right, we're back up, I suppose. 110 minutes now. Ooh, I want to see 111-11. Hold the ones. That's going to be a minute. Eleven PSG corners and two from Arsenal. Crazy. Arsenal are the corner merchants, if you would. But who's the team to score it from a set piece? PSG. I will still say that Havertz goal to put Arsenal in front was gorgeous. It was a really good goal. Like from open play, no set piece, just a really, really solid goal. Ah, However, it was never going to be a PSG 5 or whatever we expected. But just listening to the commentators, and it's like, yeah, of course it wasn't going to be a 5-4. It was going to be a close final. But I'm not necessarily bored by it. I think there is enough intrigue in the match to keep me going. Early Arsenal goal that forces something from PSG. They eventually get the equalizer through a penalty. And then it's like, okay, but considering everything, Arsenal should feel that they have been the better team, and PSG should feel that they have a chance. This has been very equal, and it looks like we're going to have penalties, and then anything can happen. Could be a fun one in the end. Oh, streamers got that again. Yay! What else? What else? You're right. Back up and 116 minutes in. We're still level at 1-1. PSG on the offensive, trying to get through Arsenal's defense, which has been solid AF. Arsenal has frustrated the life out of PSG, no question. That's exactly the reason why PSG has not been able to do all that much. Hey, that's a clear yellow for Mendes. Oh, scream! Can I just watch the Champions League final? Oh my God, scream! Raya into the box, no one there, over the line, and a goal kick for PSG with 2 minutes to go. There will probably be a minute or two more time. We are going to go to Arsenal on the attack. This might actually be the final thing. Oh, I'm my screen. Fuck. Oh, this is so annoying. It's a good thing no one's watching this anyway. Fucking wow. It doesn't even want to function right now. That's great. That's great. That's great, isn't it? You know, it doesn't even want to function. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Go away. All right, 120 plus half a minute. Arsenal seem to have an attacking. Oh, it's a corner. Arsenal have a corner. Nope, terrible corner. Safanov gets it, and it is away. Let's see. Rice sets to get it in. Ooh. For a moment, it looked like it could have been something, but no. It's a goal kick. It's time we have penalties. It is going to be penalties between PSG and Arsenal in Budapest. I need a moment to take a pee break and I'll be right back. Oh boy, I can't believe that this is happening. By the way, this has been my longest live stream that I've done on this channel. Actually, done on this channel because I have done a 13-hour live stream building Rivendell. I'm going to do another extremely long live stream on my main Star Wars channel, building Minas Tirith when that Lego set releases. Anyway, 3 hours and 5 minutes into this stream, PSG seems to have won the toss. All right. This is in front of the PSG supporters' goal. It's going to be Raya versus Stefanov. I very much believe it's going to be between the goalkeepers. And at this point, PSG fans should be missing Donnarumma. Donnarumma was one of their best goalkeepers. It is honestly, Donnarumma is one of the best goalkeepers I've ever seen play football in general. And he was a great penalty saver. And in this case, they don't have him. They have Stefanov. I don't believe that Stefanov can do it. I think that Arsenal is going to win it because Raya is the better goalkeeper. But we'll see. It also depends on the player. It depends on what player will take the penalty kick. Raya is hyping himself up for this. This is the biggest game that he has ever been in. Champions League final, you are the goalkeeper to stop the penalties. And first of all, we have Ramos for PSG stepping up. Let's see. PSG to go first. PSG in front of their home fans. It's in front of their goal. Referee talking to the goalkeepers, both Raya and Stefanov, about what you can do, what you can't do during a penalty shootout as a goalkeeper. Keep your head. Oh my God. Penalties in a Champions League final. It's been 10 years, apparently. And Raya is the first to try and save it. Raya is trying to cheer on the Arsenal fans on the opposite end of the field, of the stadium. Ramos is focused. He's focused. I think he's going to score this one. Ramos to score. Yep. That was a good penalty for Ramos. He seemed focused. He seemed up for it. It is 1-0 to PSG in the penalty shootout. Arsenal up next. Raya completely goes the wrong way. Let's see who Arsenal. I'm very curious. Arsenal has Gyökeres. Oh, I'm curious. Let's see. Can Gyökeres in general takes his penalties well? Gyökeres in general takes his penalties well. Gyökeres is focused, seems to be up for it. I think he's going to score. Yep, solid penalty, just like the previous one. The goalkeeper goes completely the wrong way, and it's 1-1. PSG Arsenal in the penalty shootout. PSG up next. Who is going to take it? I'm wondering. I'm seriously curious. Good penalty, Gyökeres. Solid into a corner. That's the thing. You need to pick a corner. Don't go through the middle. Don't try to be cheeky with a Panenka or something. Desiree Doué is up next for PSG. Let's see. Is Due up for this? He seems focused. I think Due is going to score this one. Very like straight, not under an angle, but straight at the ball. Okay. Oh no. Okay. He goes to the side now. Due scores the goal. Same like Gyökeres takes to the same corner, sends Raya the wrong way, and it's 2-1 to PSG. Solid penalty from Due. Up next, Arsenal to put it, and it's Eze. Eze, how are you looking? How are you feeling, man? Eze against Stefanov. I want to see Eze's face to get an idea. Let's see. Eze. Eze seems nervous. I think Eze is going to miss. I think Eze is going to miss it. What did I say? First PSG penalty. Would hit it? Hits. I said Arsenal. Would hit it? Hits. I said PSG. Second penalty. Would hit it? Hits. I said Eze. You're going to miss it. Eze missed his penalty. I could see it in Eze's face. I could see that he wouldn't want to, that he was too nervous. All right, we have Nuno Mendes stepping up for PSG. The truth is, I don't want him to score. I really don't want him to score. But is he going to? That's a different question. Arsenal is behind, by the way, in the shootout. And if Mendes puts this in, that's huge for PSG. Let's see Mendes, his face. Mendes seems for. I think Mendes is going to score it. Mendes is going to score it. Oh, Raya saved it! Oh, what a save from Raya! Oh, that's huge. Okay, wow, Raya, you just saved your team with Eze missing that previous penalty. But it depends, of course, if Arsenal. But what a save by Raya! What a save by Raya! Oh, my stream cut out again. Oh man. Oh man, this is not the time to crap out, stream. This is not the time to crap out. It really isn't. Oh, I can't see it. I can't see what's happening. Go away. All right, Declan Rice up next. Declan Rice for Arsenal. Both teams have missed the penalty. Declan Rice is up next. Let's see. Declan Rice, you should be able to do this. Stream, don't do this. Shut up. My computer is just all over the fucking place right now. Okay, Rice scored. I completely missed it. Well done, Rice. It's 2-2. Rice scored it. I have no idea what happened. All right, let's see. Rice takes a corner. Stefanov is too late to respond, and it is 2-2 in the penalty shootout. Oh my God. With 2 penalties to go, we are level. Next, oh my God. Hakimi is stepping up next for PSG. Let's see, Hakimi, how does your face look? Hakimi is looking. He's focused. I think Hakimi is going to score this. But I've been wrong before, by the way. Yeah, solid penalty from Hakimi, of course. All right, it is 3-2 to PSG. Arsenal up next. See, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Oh my God. Dramatic penalty shootout here. Martinelli. Oh, look, the thing is, I do not rate Martinelli whatsoever, but I want to see his face. I want to see his face. Martinelli against Stefanov. Martinelli. Martinelli, you're going to miss this. Martinelli is not going to score. I don't think Martinelli is going to score. Oh, he did. I was wrong. I was wrong. 3-3. We are level with one penalty to go between two teams. Oh, boy. Oh, this might be a long one. This might be a long one. Okay, I heard the name of the penalty taken for PSG, but I don't recognize him, so I have no idea. Let's see about his face once again. All right, Beraldo, apparently, is his name. Oh, my screen is crapping out. Beraldo scores the penalty, puts the pressure on Arsenal. It's 4-3 to PSG. If Arsenal miss this, PSG is European champions yet again. And who will take it? Who will take this penalty for Arsenal? It is Gabriel, the Brazilian defender. It's crazy that a defender is going to take the deciding penalty, but it's Gabriel. All right, this is it. This could be it. My my stream is absolutely crapping out, left, right, and center, and I hate it. Oh boy, quality gets dropped, and I just hope that I'm able to see if this penalty goes in or not. Yes, we'll see. Anyway, Gabriel stepping up. He needs to score to keep Arsenal in this. Wow, that was one of the worst penalties that I've ever seen. Oh my God. Gabriel has missed it, and PSG is once again champion of Europe. Arsenal have lost it on penalties because Gabriel got it way over. Oh my God, Gabriel. Oh, he's going to feel bad about that one. Oh dear. Oh my God. Arsenal has bottled it. Oh, Gabriel. Oh man. Okay. Wow. Um, Dramatic ending to that game. Look, based off what I saw, Arsenal, by all intents and purposes, should have won that game. And they gave it away with a cheap penalty that they should have never given away, I feel. But they did. So they gave it away by doing that, and they never recovered from that. This goes to show what Mikel Arteta's Arsenal has become. Defensively strong, but no attack. There are no players in that attack that have bite, that can do something. If they did, if that attack had been better, if that attack had remotely resembled the attack of PSG, then Arsenal would have smashed PSG. But no, you're just relying on a 1-0 lead for a very long time. And the moment that you don't get what you need because you get a penalty against you, all of a sudden it's like gone. Your advantage is gone. Goodbye. See you later. This is exactly the reason that Arsenal fans have not liked Mikel Arteta. It's fair. It's not exciting football. It's not fun to watch. Now, I will say PSG has also not been particularly fun to watch this particular match, but they were fun to watch when they played against Bayern. They were fun to watch when they played against Liverpool, even though I hated that. Of course, as a Liverpool fan myself, I hated that. They were at least a more exciting team to watch in that match. They were not exciting or fun to watch in this match, but they once again got it over the line through a penalty shootout. And I thought that Safanov would not be able to step up to the occasion. By the way, he didn't. It's mostly because of the two Arsenal players who just missed the goal. Like, they shot over the goal. Raya had a brilliant save, but none of that matters. PSG is once again the European champion. They have won it 2 times in a row with Luis Enrique as their coach. I think Luis Enrique should get a statue if he doesn't have it already. I'm not entirely sure if he does. But yeah, I didn't mind that match all that much. I am a little bit upset that Arsenal didn't win that. I do want to say that I do think Arsenal deserved it. But in the end, it's PSG who was the strongest. That was it. That was all there is to this watch along. So please give the stream a like. It helps my channel. And if you're interested in Formula One content, which is what I usually do, my watch alongs for Formula One, Formula Two, and Formula Three, I am back next weekend with that for all of that because we have the Monaco Grand Prix upcoming next weekend. So if you want to see my reactions to all of that, please subscribe to the channel, tune into that, and that is about all I can say. If you're watching this on a replay, please leave a comment, and otherwise, take care.